Forests are the lungs of our Mother Earth. Without them, life as we know it would cease to exist. The very word forest hails from Old French, a testament to the ancient and enduring role these green giants play in our world. The first known forests on Earth sprung to life in the late Devonian period, a staggering 380 million years ago with the evolution of Archaeopteryx. Alongside forests, mangroves too hold a vital place in the ecological tapestry of our planet. These unique shrubs or small trees flourish in coastal saline or brackish waters, thriving between latitudes 25 degrees north and south. Despite only occupying 0.7% of the global coastal zone, they contribute significantly to global carbon production. Mangroves or halophytes are marvels of adaptation. They've developed intricate salt filtration systems and complex root systems to thrive in harsh coastal conditions, from saltwater immersion to wave action. They truly embody resilience and adaptation, flourishing in the low oxygen conditions of waterlogged mud. Among these mangrove forests, the Sundarbans stands out as the largest natural mangrove forest in the world. Straddling Bangladesh and India, this beautiful forest, as its Bengali name translates, covers a staggering 53,200 square miles, housing diverse geological periods and fauna. To truly appreciate the mangrove forest, one must venture into the Bangladeshi side of the Sundarbans. The rich history of the Sundarbans dates back to 200 to 300 AD, with ruins from the city built by Chand Sadagar discovered in the Bagmara forest block. During the Mughal period, the emperors leased the Sundarbans to nearby residents. The first Forest Management Division took jurisdiction over the Sundarbans in 1869, and by 1875, a large portion of the mangrove forests was declared as reserved forests. Fast forward to 1911, the Sundarbans was a waterlogged jungle, home to tigers and other wild beasts, stretching for about 165 miles from the mouth of the Hooghly River to the mouth of the Meghna River. In essence, the history and evolution of forests and mangroves are not just a tale of nature's resilience and adaptation, but also a testament to our relationship with these green lungs. From the ancient Archaeopteryx forests to the modern-day Sundarbans, forests and mangroves have been and continue to be a vital part of life on Earth. They are a testament to the power of nature, a symbol of the delicate balance of life, and a crucial part of the solution in our fight against climate change.
Have you ever wondered about the mysteries held in the world's largest mangrove forest, the Sundarbans? This remarkable area, formed by the confluence of the Ganges, Brahmaputra and Meghna rivers in the Bay of Bengal, is a treasure trove of biodiversity and cultural richness. The journey of the Sundarbans began millions of years ago, when these mighty rivers brought with them sediments from the Himalayas, slowly giving birth to this fertile delta. Over time, the area evolved, becoming crisscrossed by river channels and creeks that provided both a unique ecosystem and a network of water communication throughout the Bengal region. Even today, steamboats and ships can navigate these waters, connecting far-flung communities and facilitating trade. As the Sundarbans grew, they became home to a variety of flora and fauna. The most abundant tree species are the Sundari and Gewa, which have adapted to thrive in the challenging mangrove environment. The region is also home to an impressive number of wildlife species, including 290 bird, 120 fish, 42 mammal, 35 reptile, and 8 amphibian species. Yet the Sundarbans is more than just a haven for biodiversity. It is also a place of immense beauty and cultural significance. From the pristine Kotka and Jamtola beaches to the wildlife-rich areas of Karamjol and Hiron Point, the Sundarbans offer a wealth of experiences for those who venture into their depths. Despite its natural beauty and ecological importance, the Sundarbans face several challenges. The 20th century saw a consistent pattern of biodiversity loss, signaling a decline in the forest's ecological quality. In response, measures have been taken to protect and preserve this unique ecosystem. The Indian Sundarbans were considered endangered in a 2020 assessment under the IUCN Red List of Ecosystems framework, prompting increased conservation efforts. In Bangladesh, a forest circle was established in 1993 with the aim of preserving the forest, and chief conservators of forests have been posted since then. The Sundarbans are now home to 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites: the Sundarbans National Park, Sundarbans West, Sundarbans South, and Sundarbans East wildlife sanctuaries. Yet, the Sundarbans story is still being written. As we move forward, It is our responsibility to ensure that this unique area continues to thrive, providing a home for countless species and continuing to captivate those who explore its depths. So, from its formation through the sediment of mighty rivers to its current state as a protected yet endangered ecosystem, the Sundarbans remain a testament to the power and resilience of nature. They remind us of our duty to protect and conserve the world's natural wonders for future generations to explore and enjoy.
Ever wondered what the world's largest mangrove ecosystem is? It's the Sundarbans mangroves, a captivating marvel of Mother Nature, encompassing a staggering 20,400 square kilometers. This unique ecosystem forms the seaward fringe of the delta, presenting an intriguing blend of land and sea, freshwater and saltwater, static and mobile, and life and decay. The Sundarbans is not just any ordinary forest, it's a mangrove forest, a distinctive type of vegetation that thrives in the intertidal zones of tropical and subtropical regions. Mangroves aren't known for their diverse flora. Rather, they're characterized by their thick canopy and undergrowth, predominantly populated by seedlings of the mangrove trees. The star of the Sundarbans is the Sundari tree, locally known as Sundri or Sundari. This tree, scientifically named Heritiera fomes, is the dominant species in the region. But the Sundari isn't the only character in this ecological drama. The Sundarbans are also home to a range of other tree species like Avicennia xylocarpus mecongensis, Xylocarpus granatum, Sonaratia apetala, Bruguiera gymnoriza, Cereops decandra, Aegiceras corniculatum, Rhizophora mucronata, and Nipa fruticans palms. In fact, 26 out of the 50 broad species of mangroves found globally flourish in the Sundarbans. This rich diversity makes the Sundarbans a veritable treasury of mangrove species. The vegetation in this dense mangrove forest is a tapestry of different types. You'll find saltwater mixed forest, mangrove scrub, brackish water mixed forest, littoral forest, wet forest, and wet alluvial grass forests. Each of these vegetation types plays a crucial role in the Sundarbans ecosystem, contributing to its complexity and vibrancy. Now let's recap what we've discovered about the Sundarbans mangroves. This unique ecosystem is the world's largest mangrove forest, covering a vast area of over 20,000 square kilometers. The forest is dominated by the Sundari tree, but also hosts a wide variety of other mangrove species. 26 of the world's 50 broad mangrove species thrive here, painting a rich tapestry of vegetation that includes a variety of forest types. The Sundarbans mangroves truly are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature, a place where life has not just survived but thrived in conditions that many would consider harsh and inhospitable. So the next time you think of a forest, remember the Sundarbans? A forest that stands not on land but in water, a forest that is not just a forest but a world in itself.